నేనేనా? హ్మ్. ఇదేమి ఇంకా ఒకటి దీంట్లాగా రాలేదది. తెల్లది.
Completed this year's spring of Invest in Women Accelerated Progress with a focus on addressing the theme for this year is inspired education. We will be talking on this topic. We have gathered not only to celebrate womenhood, but also to acknowledge that a lot needs to be done for women development. Each one of us have to support women, let it be at home or in the office or in the family. I thank you all for joining us today and hope you will definitely enjoy this program and also be enlightened by this. We have a panel discussion on the best university talk. I hope you all enjoy it. I request the Dr. Nabi to the Thank you, Margaret. Very good morning to one and all. Because I delayed by 8 minutes, I think it's very short. First of all, I also join Margaret, wishing everyone present out here and who will be joining a very happy International Women's Day. So I was just reading this morning's newspaper and it just said, which caught my attention, saying that none of us are equal unless we are all equal. So how true that's there. And many things and many other things continues with it. She just set the tone that what we want to say is how it started, when it started, all that I am going to. And incidentally, that I was just in a kind of small short meeting with secretary. So how good it is that you get the first wish from your secretary? That's wonderful. And he does convey his best wishes to everyone out here in the institute. So I really look forward for the panel discussion, and that's how we just managed. We thought of having two speakers, and the whole idea was it's not necessary that women only talk on Women Day. Let's have a speakers. So we chose Dr. Day, and thank you for agreeing. And we also chose one more industrialist, since incidentally she's traveling abroad, so we are not having amongst us. So with that, I wish a very good day ahead. I'm looking forward to the activities which we have planned. Rangolis are already, at place done. He's just appreciating. So we just started day and well, on a very lighter note, this is just it's a zero, right? Add her in front and it's zero. So good day. Thank you. Thank you for the here. So moving on to the next session. Okay. So moving on to the next session, we have a panel discussion with the inclusion of all few scientists and students, senior students. So I would like to invite all the panelists onto the line. So can we have Dr. Vijay Singh and Dr. Sound and Dr. Shravani? And we also have our student, Dr. Varun, Dr. Bhagwan, Ms. Kiran, Dr. Kisha, Ms. Sri, and Deepali. So these are our panelists for today to explain on the human safety which is inspired on the human. We also have a moderator for this panel discussion, which is Dr. Janani and myself. Invite Dr. Janani.
Yeah, hold. This is that.
Thank you. So, we all know we have been celebrating this very special day beginning from 1911, which is over a century by now. And every time when we celebrate, we emphasize on how the progress has been made by women all over globally. Not only the celebration, but also every year we emphasize on the fact that how and uh, what are the achievements that have been made by women, and also what are the struggles they have been facing in various sectors. And we also provide or highlight the strategies to make it much more inclusion of women in the society in various sectors. So we have known that there is a lot of improvement, lot of development of in various sectors. So, but still we feel there is women still there have the crossroads, and they are still have a very great difficulty in decision making in various sectors. So today our panelists will actually discuss not only on the achievements of women, but also on the emphasizing on the fact the struggles, other problems that are facing by women in various sectors, in science, technology, and various sectors. So let's hear from one of our panelists, Dr. Varan. So what is, could you please put your thoughts on the achievements of the progress of women so far in especially the established sectors such as industry and thank you.
Thank you so much. First of all, happy Women's Day to everyone here. So yeah, as Dr. Malvi already has talked about, women have already established themselves in particular few fields. So I would just like to talk about few of them, education. You can see 42% of the primary school and 45% of the secondary school are females. And the secondary school and coming to the practical science, but in a way, the fields like faculty jobs, financial analysis, and accounting, these kind of jobs, although they are more into the number, not necessarily that is the faculty. And like especially in hospitality and customer services, women are preferably preferred because of their communication interpersonal skills. So that is one of the like co-brand, like and job, but people prefer to have them because they can find things better. So, in especially in media and communication now, especially the TV channels and other things, most of them like are women. Although they are men there, as a host and other things, women are coming up like the social work and non-profit organizations. So mostly women are there in the forefront of all those jobs. So helping others, helping people, helping children, also fashion and textile, you cannot argue about that their skill and their viewpoint on the arts and other sectors are very good. So yeah, education, skill sector, IT, they're coming up in a big way. Like in fact, you can see like around I would say 35% of IT workers are women according to the NASSCOM data statistics. Yeah, media and communication, as I already mentioned, government, civil service, people like women are competing now. So that's a big thing, I think. So overall, yeah, women are coming up. So although there are challenges, I guess everybody here would discuss about that. And I guess I wanted to start with the positive note that women are coming up. It's a good thing, and we should celebrate that in our today's show.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think as Bharat mentioned, not only women workers, but I also see that a lot of women are taken positions of director and CEOs of several stock exchange listed companies. I mean, you look at the current CEO of HCL Technology. who's Roshni, who's the daughter of Srinathar, and there's a university, Srinathar University as well. So not only that, and then I was reading and I was very amazed to figure out that there are currently, at the moment, there are 100 plus listed companies of which CEOs are women. So they are not only at the worker stage, but they are also at the stage where they have to take decisions and making country progress. So they are into those fields as well.
And also, I forgot to mention about like something informal sector which we don't talk about, like maybe agricultural sector where they're already doing their work, but they're not being like statistically shown where they're working. As you can see, 30% of the agriculture workers, especially which are not like informally, they are there, they are working and doing their giving their contribution to the country. Uh, yeah, domestic work, small scale vending, everything. As sir mentioned, of course, they are there in the like in higher echelons of the corporate world also. But we should not forget about the small things which they contribute into. Yeah.
So I thought maybe ask challenges. This is most of the cases.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, if you come here, women in established field often face range of challenges that can hinder their professional and success. So, while progress has been made in recent years, so gender disparity still exists. So, some of the challenges you see, the main is gender bias. So, this persistent gender bias can affect their personal growth and advancement of the women. So, the main reason is basically because of stereotypes. The preconceptions about women abilities may contribute to the bias. So the main other one is the pay gap. So women on average they still earn less when compared to their counterparts in the same field. Uh, and the other one is underrepresentation in leadership roles. So in the same field, the women are very less in the leadership role in different areas. And the other main challenge is is work-life balance challenges. So woman has to balance their professional and the personal life. So the rigid conditions of the profession that may affect uh, the woman. And there is a least lack of networking opportunities. So when compared to the men, the women they have the less networking opportunity in the same field. And there is a stereotypes and prejudices are there. So already there is a conception that women they won't do that. So because of that, their women are not able to show their capabilities in that particular field. And so still there are many number of challenges are there and lack of role models in the particular field. So if you take some field, women there are less role models are there in particular field. If you take like in cricket or something, so Virat Kohli it shows a very role model. But in case of women, there are lack of fields that makes women to think particular field to go ahead. And there is a work at the workplace condition, workplace basically. So the good environment at the particular workplace that makes the women to progress earlier. So thank you so much for this.
Aspect of family, but when in established sectors, when there is a competition that they, they also there that
people trained in their structure. That's what I would think. So, coming to underrepresented sectors, we could think of so many challenges women are in extra sectors we have already established. I think we can where women are still happy women for putting in efforts to reach the position where they are today. So, though women are discriminated and stereotyped from the ancient times, as Bharat and Lava were saying, they made considerable progress in recent times because of the constitutional and legal provisions that are provided for them. So, even women are sensitized about their rights and they are making for their environment. So, according to European Economic Association, it is reported that there is still gender discrimination and inequality in both STEM and non-STEM professions around the world. This mainly because women who are graduating are outnumbered than men. The number when it comes to job market, it has reduced to 50%. Only 50% graduated women are able to do the job. This they are like weekly pipeline because they are not able to enter into the job market like how men do. There are mainly a few sectors like mining, gas, real estate, and machine operation, consumer support. All these jobs were not more than 10% of women are engaged in these jobs. Mainly because it could be attributed since ancient times. It is considered that men are preferred in few of the jobs, especially few jobs are related to masculinity like carpentry, and construction work. All these jobs are mostly identified with male professions. So that is where women lack the proper adequate training sources to get into those jobs. And there is also stereotype associated that women who enter into these jobs are not preferred. Apart from discrepancy in these job markets, there is at entry level, there is opportunity, equal opportunity for women, especially in public and government sectors, administrative, women do enter at the entry level. But again, regrettably, when it comes to the executive and managerial role, again the women percentage, only 23% of the women who took entry level jobs were able to enter, grow to that level where they are into executive positions. This is the statistics around the globe. Only 23% women are seen at that position. This could be mainly, this they call a drop to the top. According to that statistic, this is mainly attributed because it needs a holistic work environment, and when it comes to women, there is always a preconception and there is a stereotype wherever they are, even at the executive level. There is a preconception in the organization, in the society, to look at them. So that is the main reason for the lagging behind. So when women is in that position, when she is assertive and takes up the leadership quality, she will be judged. She will be taken as less warm and less likable as compared to the traditional feminine traits. But at the same time, when the woman is having a feminine trait, the same society and the same organization will consider them as less competent. So this gap when judging the women based on these traits should be addressed the women to reach to that position. So I think there should be a set model for the women to reach this position, because all these years, at least last 70, 80 years, we have seen that only men playing major role in the executive level job, but we have not seen many fit models of women doing those jobs. So I think giving more opportunity and providing that holistic environment will make women progress and lead those jobs so that they can set an example for the next generation.
I'm also looking at the progress, I think, we have to be huge development, in women, achievement and also women inclusion in various sectors. I think there is still, some gap, but I think in future we are getting addressed. I would like to ask you, for example, this one is on the
Thank you very much, Arvind. And good morning, everybody. Uh, Happy Women's Day to everybody. And someone said it's only for women here, but it's including to all women and men. They also equally contribute 50% of their growth, definitely. So all the men also nowadays, we are equally contributing to the women's growth. That's for sure. No one can deny that. Instead of talking about hindrances, how to grow, so I would like how we can celebrate this to go further, to invest more in women. If we see all the statistics, recent years like 5 years, from 2017 to 22 or 23, the women growth is like particularly in the economic sector, the growth is very much compared to olden days. Of course, there are hindrances. Instead of talking more about hindrances, if we talk about growth, what we are achieving, that will boost other women to jump into that area. So that's very, very important. So like Lava said, like some cricket, just take cricket. Role models, you talk about, it's a surprising nowadays, you talk about this IPO, women IPO, viewership has been increased a lot because people are coming up. And for the beginning, today morning, the newspaper I was reading, Times of India, this year's for the election campaign, the registration for the electoral, women had 15% more than men. So that's an indication that they are politically also going towards dictating someone whom we have to select, who's going to give us more freedom to work. So on top of it, for example, if you say, I have statistics I've pulled out, how to celebrate them. So if you see, particularly in India, 20.37% of women are MSMEs. 20.7%. If you compare that during the 2020s, I mean 2010s or 28s, that was only 1 or 2%. Now it's very good growth, which accounts for that 20% of MSMEs accounts for 23% of labor force. Can you imagine that? How much they are contributing? And in the global scenario, if you consider women, they are accounting almost US $700 billion to the GDP. That's a huge, huge, huge uplift for the women. And also, between like when we compare every year, the literacy growth is increasing by almost 6 to 7%, particularly in women. If we see content and growth of them, that's a great boost. And also, if you look into working out of total 432 million working age women, out of them, 13 to 15.7 million women own business that provide direct employment to another 25 million, either men or women. That means the workforce we are generating. So, why we have to invest more in women? That's what so while we celebrating the recent statistics, if you look into it, the women startups provide almost 35% of higher ROI compared to startup business led by men. That means 35% women, whoever starts the startups, they're getting more profits. That's a clear indication. So 85% of these startups are the women who are working in the business models or business areas. They are taking 85% better decisions than men. So there is a clear bias against men in the working area, so that you could invest more into them. That's a clear indication. And one more thing, why we have to invest within India. So in India, if you look into the 40% of this, if you look at the STEM, particularly science and technology, 40% of the graduates are coming from women only. Most of the 40% of graduates who are going further are also women. How to boost them to take those positions and how to boost them to join in different sectors, that depends on the government plannings. For example, you look at the government's models such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. These are coming up very well, very nicely. That's a clear indication we are going towards empowering women in all sectors. There is one more economically very important finding. So every dollar invested, women-led startup provided 78 cents, whereas men-led startups provided only 31 cents. Can you imagine this? This is typically that means double the growth is there. Whoever women working for these organizations or industries or the startups you take it. That's what it's an indication. I'm talking about numbers. I'm not saying like anything without any numbers, right? And the women taking decisions also. For example, the simple one more example I quote here: multitasking. This is very important day-to-day work life. So when they've counted multitasking strategies, and their report says that when people are doing multitasking, women slowed by 61%, whereas men slowed by 77%. That means women are good at multitasking also. So why not we count them? So we are counting, and these numbers also shows that we are putting. I mean, we are all up to that mark. So we are going towards that direction, so that all these numbers also indicating the same. We are also working in the same direction. So therefore, this is the good time to invest in women and encourage them, and either whether it take it a political or economical or STEM, wherever they are doing, they're rocking basically. So these are the things we have to cherish, and we have to take these things to the society and make everybody understand, so that more women come into the field. Yeah. Thank you.
I just have 1 minute. So I think thanks to Dr. Prasad for giving the statistics, and it clearly indicates how women are in the forefront as of now. But what also matters is like many of them are still behind. So we have to increase the participation that would be related to how are they mentored. So the mentorship plays a critical role in transition from an aspirant to an interpreter. I think that should also be equally adjusted according to time.
So first is coming back to Baba, he says that the pay gap is there. I think I disagree with that point, because once you are appointed, the committee or any institute does not see for a male or a female. Whatever is your pay level, you get that, right? So it is not as per the male or female. And second thing is that women in STEM. So since we are a research institute, so as in that context, I'm telling, there are nowadays, in last 10 years, there are several schemes which was launched by DBT, DST, ICAR, and ICAR, and Ministry of Ayush for the women's scientists. And recently, 2 days back, there is another scheme was launched by DST, which has various schemes which covers all the students, PhD students, postdocs, and also for and as well as. So it's a matter of exploration, how much you explore. So if you explore, you have the opportunity. So if you compare from last maybe 50 years back, talk about that Dr. Kamala was not supported by the Nobel Laureate C.V. Raman, who was the director of AIC at the time. So the time has changed now. So I mean, we cannot compare India 50 years back. It has changed a lot, and we should really thank to all the secretaries and higher authorities and the directors who played a major role in bringing those policies to increase the women empowerment in India. Thank you.
I'll counter it. You said the pay gap, so in government institution it will be equal for the men and women. But in give through the private sector and daily wages, so there is a variation in pay gap between the country.
For coming to NIAB, in my contact, if I say, I was in private university, which is Amity University. So I would say here, get your salary, it's not equal. So it's not equal in private university, I would say, which is true for the male and the female. It depends what qualifications you are bringing to the private university and how you defend in your interview. So as per that, they give the salary, and in that case, I know that many male professors, they were having less salary than the women, and vice versa.
So, taking this aspect of pay gap, there is this difference. This again is the difference between the sectors where women are already established and where women are trying to establish. Where they are underrepresented, so there is a pay gap. There is a notion that women may not be able to perform well. And of course, in academic research, very established. We are not more competitions. But I feel so that what both of you are trying to express here. So yeah, sure.
If you can go to, I also, spend 9 years in private university. So, typically the salary, whatever is given to you when you are appointed is called CTC. But subsequent years, I mean, first CTC is like, the max you can negotiate, correct? And that's again goes proportional to your, strength of your CV. But subsequent years, that goes as per your performance. So typically what happens that what used to be there, that they will, divide the whole population into three categories, A, B, C, right? So there'll be some men and women coming into category A and some in B and some in C. So it won't be the case that all 100% women have gone into A or 100% men gone to A category, right? So there'll be mixed population. So later on, people may say that, okay, my salary revision was not that high, but they have to see that how much performance they have given. So it's again rational, I would say. It's not completely irrational, even though it is private sector. They may, for some reason, if they don't want to raise your uh, salary, they can put you in category C, but then there'll be some justification.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay, for on that. So when it comes to salary, we take it home, right? So at home, the salary is always women, mostly in most houses. But yes, ma'am. So the budgeting is always women. But still, in houses where both the couples are working, both the members are working, when it comes to investing, when it comes to investing in individual understanding of economics, of the economics, so they are leading. But how much of women are actually there in the front? Maybe I'll ask Shruti to talk about how women are performing finance and economics under the and
good morning and happy Women's Day to all. As ma'am and Dr. Prasad also told us that how the women are uh, contributing in the economy. Though in India we have 48% of women, right? Still, the women are contributing 18% in the total GDP of the India, right? Why? The reason which I know from one report that because of the gender balance, if we overcome this gender balance or eliminate this gender balance, the GDP of the India will increase by 30%. In US, it is currently 37% of women are contributing to the total GDP. So in India, we are developing. Obviously, there are so many women in the last 5 years. They have developed. They are entrepreneur. They are CEOs. But still, we need to progress and we need to increase this economy of India, right? So another thing, like we know at our home, moms are incredibly intelligent and smart to manage the household within a few like monthly money, right? So she is doing very good in that era. But when it comes to investment, like I can say from my experience that I am a researcher. I started earning fellowship since I was like what 24, 26 years old. So I started investing. Why? Because my family background is like that. They told me to invest so that you can be independent at some age, you will be financially independent. But when I see my other colleagues and other female colleagues, uh, precisely, so they are not. Why? Because they are very less confident, or maybe there is a very less financial literacy in the women. So, according to the statistics, there are 51% salarized women in India. Among them, sorry, among all the salarized women, only 51% salarized women are investing. Means rest 50% don't know. And from the women-led enterprises, only 68.7% women are financially investing. Investing means they are saving money in terms of their money will be growing. So when you are investing 1 lakh rupees, after 5 or 6 years of investment, you will get more than 1 lakh, right? Maybe 2 lakh or 3 lakh, depends on where you are, where and when you are investing. So there is a need, I think, to women to invest, though we are doing good in our jobs, though we are earning well, but that should be a second source of earning. If you stop your earning at some level due to some unpleasant thing happen to you, your second source of earning should be there. That I think women need to learn. Men are very well doing it because they know their houses, like their house and families is dependent on them. But women, they are lagging in this era. So I think there is a need to grow in this era as well. I think I read this. Yes.
Yeah, so as she mentioned, like, one thing I would like to say here is like, as now the things are changing, like, as you can see in the common household, like, at home, if you see, like, the male child is already being taught, like, how to go banking, how to do, outside world business and this stuff. And in women, they are not encouraged that much. Like, that could be the reason, like, they are good at saving and whatever they have at home, but they don't know the outside world, how to do investment, how to do the banking, how to do that thing. I think we should encourage that so that they are financially independent in that way, so that they can go ahead and be independent.
So thank you for that point.
You can understand less of. I like Dr. Sachin reiterating, the investors on India should improve, the way we look at investments should move beyond structure of men and women. So when we talk about, that was mentioned that the upbringing which is us to a point where we have to start thinking about so in that case, maybe is there an inequality in women empowerment? Is this inequality there? Is there a difference between educated and less educated, or urban and suburban and rural women? So maybe we can hear it from Vikram on the education sector. How
So before I go into the education discussion which was going on, I would like to add few points to that. So as Tuti mentioned, that there is less of financial education among women. So as we go back to old days, I beg to differ with her because the ways can be different. So we all know that women in our household, they keep investing in gold. They keep on buying gold jewelries, and so gold jewelries for future in case if some mishap happens, so they can just sell it off and then they can get the money out of there. So that is also a kind of investment which our grandmothers or their grandmothers used to make, but that is not the bookish financial knowledge which we can consider. And also they keep on saving few pennies from their husbands and keep it safe in some dabba so that they can use that also. So that is for their time, that was the financial education or the finances, how they manage finances at that time. So I think I consider that as a financial education or financial intelligence which they could have at that time. And also regarding finances. So I think the finances in recent time, the financial education, the term has come up in recent times, and that has created a buzz, and everyone is now equally exposed to that because of these stock market apps like Zerodha, Grow, and everything. So people are getting sensitized more. It's not like women find it very tough to read that graph. It's just I will go with the saying that jitna gur dalo utna meetha. So the more you invest in something, the more you will get to know about it. Maybe women have this preconceived notion that these graphs are not understandable by me, but that is not a point to stay here. So the more I sit with that graph and I know, okay, if it is going up, it is going down, what does that mean? How is the trend going? Either it is bullish or it is bearish. So I'll know more about it. So the more time I spend, so there must be the difference in the times because women have their other responsibilities except for just sticking to the graph for the whole day and just see the trend going on. So that's the point which I like to add. And overall, I just want to say that when it comes to financial independence and intelligence or education nowadays, women are trying to come up and equally investing in different sectors, be it mutual fund, fixed deposit, or any kind of deposit, be it gold and anything. So yeah. So coming to my question, which I was to like that this goal achieve. See. So coming up to the most important aspect of our society or any society, I would like to touch upon the education sector. So I would like to start off with a few facts and a few data. So the trend and progression which happened in the education of girl or and women in India. So according to a 2000 last census which happened in India, the literacy rate for India was 74%. And in the while in female it was 65% and male it was a little bit higher, which is 82%. So when we come to this disparity, we all by now we all are very well aware of the reason why this disparity in the literacy rate is there. So I would like to also go one layer deep by mentioning that rural women literacy rate is 3%, whereas in case of urban women it's almost 80%. So this rural and urban women is also one of the major concerns, which we all know for the reason that in rural area the education and facilities are not very much accessible or not up to the mark so that that can be availed by girls or women there. But there is one silver lining to the black cloud. That is there is a 26% increase in the rate of education or literacy in case of rural women. So the change is happening and it is happening for a good. So I would like to say that yes, we are progressing or we are making our girls educated even in the rural sector. So as we all know that history, everyone knew that India is a patriarchal society and we need to push our girls, our women towards education for their empowerment. So there are reformers, social reformers, like educators like Roy and Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar, we are which inculcated and which try to push the Indian community to push their girl child and women toward education. And not just these reformers, there were government issues also like the Article 51 of the Constitution is complete and compulsory education to the child. So what this act did is a elementary education, elementary quality education to each and every child. So like these, just like Prasad sir mentioned, that Beti Padhao Beti Bachao campaign, which tries to provide clean toilets and other drinking like basic facilities of clean toilet and drinking water facilities, due to the lack of these basic amenities, girls tend to drop out from school. When you do have these basic amenities where you are going to study, have you ever tried with like these kind of basic amenities and just provided by the government for for reducing girls to go to school. And there are many other schemes like National Scheme of Girls for Secondary Education, which was launched in 2008, that again promotes the enrollment of girls in underprivileged SC and ST communities for their secondary education. And also try to reduce the marks of girls. And then there comes like Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, which also focuses on SC, ST, OBCs, and Muslim community girls and promote their education. So now these all are the things which try to enhance the infrastructure, provide the basic amenities for the comfort or for the comfort of girls to take education in an appropriate and habitable environment. But there are also schemes like Pandit Madan Mohan Institute, which tries to take the other way, maintaining the teachers environment and facilitate the better education in the students. And have both the ends favorable infrastructure or be better education for promoting the better education among girl child. So yeah, I can just go on with the list and the national policies, but yeah, from my point of view, I can say that the education in India, in our country, from point of view for the girls is now in a better hand, and we are progressing towards a better nation. And when it comes to girl education, I don't think so. We are lagging behind. We are just progressing day by day. Thank you.
It is very true that education is any kind of success of a society. And so educating a man might improve his family, but educating a woman improves a society. And like progress from master to PhD, especially in the science field. The very movement of husband. The age of the girl or the lady is progressing. They have to settle. So these kind of things are related and they should it should educate the girl child not only the theoretical education but also practical knowledge about street education, I would say. Street sometimes it help we have to make them more healthy because at age when the girl is ready to work, her health might not support. So physiological changes that happen. We need to try to healthy environment for the child as she grows in the house. Should be the child in their bodies. Society needs to change. Like every family changes, the society eventually will change to support the girl child. The workplace. What I feel is student of this features which find trying to that's the institutional entity which provides such things. So I'm really happy to be
Actually, career goals women. There is a clash between starting a family and growing up in your career. So this becomes difficult for women, especially women, because they have to bear the child and bring up the child. So I think there is a requirement of family support and even cycle for the women to start their career and simultaneously have their family progress as well. So I would like to think of us how much as we grow
and appreciate all the men here who have been doing it. Please continue. To what so it's very happy situation to see that not only the organization, but in the education sector also there are a lot of things, and it's important to understand that these policies are being implemented properly and the progress is becoming very evident. And education is not going to be a lag for women. And as the Madhavi was emphasizing that how we educate girls at home. And very similarly, Madhavi was talking about it's important to teach girls and women also to be best. Like, in other cases, it's what we know that we have established. People know that we have all established men, and people are saying that yes, our policies are all. But still, there are small mixes of challenges that we will face. Let me hear from Ishika on what women are facing as challenges.
Thank you. First of all, very happy Women's Day to all the ladies over here. So the four, ma'am, it is a Women's Day. Yeah, and men's also for encouraging, yeah, for encouraging women in their life. Yeah. So the foremost change that women face is the societal expectations and the cultural norms. Graduation हो गया, get married. That is the foremost change. So for society, it is like the women are facing career interruptions due to life events like marriages, childbirth, or caregiving. So because of that, they face the challenge of structuring their career trajectories, during their skill development, or re-entering into the field. So a lot of, especially if you talk about science, a lot of projects are coming up from the government side, but how many women are aware of it? That is also a question. So in India, when a girl child is born, so parents prefer to invest for her marriage over her education. Still, cases are there. So another challenge is stigmatization of ambitions. So societal stereotypes, they portray the ambitious women as aggressive. So for society, they regard women as the primary role of women as caregivers, and they most prefer to be homemakers over switching their career as job. So society expects or prefers the male career over female, the women's career, and as a result, women ends up prefers their family responsibilities over their own career ambitions. Another challenge is the unequal distribution of household responsibilities. So this includes that women shoulders a disproportionate share of household responsibilities, whether it is child care or elder care or domestic chores. So because of that, the balance between the career demands and the challenge they they face in their jobs, it results in the career sacrifice. So they face the work-life balance challenges, and this makes it difficult for them to commit with their family responsibilities along with their career demands, especially when there is inflexible working hours. Here I want to cite the examples of the stories that happened last year, sorry. So there are two ladies in leadership position. One is Nicholas Sturgeon, the longest serving minister of Scotland, who resigned from her post. And another one is Arden, the first leader who created the history to attend the UN General Assembly meeting with child. These ladies, they resigned from their post. Just both of them cited that giving the same reason that they are not able to bear with the pressure and the challenges which they face, and they prefer to resign from their post. So challenge where the challenges are not there, you take the example of Zelensky, or maybe you can take the example of Joe Biden, or maybe you can take the example of Vladimir Putin, who is facing the criticism for starting the war. Or maybe you can take the example of China's Prime Minister Xi Jinping for this very famous virus. So so I just want to pass the stage by, is it that we the women are not getting the support that we gave up, or is it that we are not prepared to cope with the pressure or the challenges that we face? Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sure. Yes, ma'am.
Very much, Jenny and Madhuri and all the panelists. I mean, it's such a wonderful discussion, diverse views, and well, I mean, few points which I really feel. What Lava was saying, actually, we have to understand with what context he said. So surely there are difference of wages. We should not see us. We are the elite ones. It starts right from what you said, the construction. Construction forces the creamy works or the other worker, but there are huge sector of women. They are not paid equal wages. In fact, the very concept of this International Day started by the textile workers in Russia and US. So they were not getting wages. So that's the point which he's making. So when we talk about the inclusiveness, it includes everyone. So I was telling someone all through my life personally, to be very honest, I never, was kind of conscious of any of my director. I was only caring when my, the helper, she gets in, her name is Durga. So when she steps in, I step out. It's something like that. So it depends. So the wages, and I'll tell you how exactly it matters the wages. So once upon a, she's with us for more than 29 years. So wages, if you pay well, the person will stay, be it any field, STEM or anything. And another very important thing, what Kiran said, people do judge. I do agree. People do judge. Here, there's a point. It's not every time, but majority of the time, right? I'll give a very small example. I mean, again, I'll not cite others. For example, if Santosh Dasari is becoming secretary DBT and he goes, everybody will come and congratulate his wife. Oh man, your husband has become secretary. Oh, he's gone to Delhi. Very nice. He'll keep coming and all that. But at the same time, if Janani is going to become, so people will say, Are, you're leaving? Your husband is here, you're going as a secretary. So people do judge. People do judge at a leadership position as well. Forget about not every time, but yes. I was very impressed what Prasad said. Let's celebrate. And actually, to be very honest, since people are celebrating, so the changes and the figures which people are bringing, it is so good to hear. But there is a but. You only said up to graduation or the leaky pipelines and so on. Let me just put a strong word. I very strongly feel it begins from home, what she was trying to touch upon. Let government bring any of the schemes, but it just cannot happen unless we start right from home. Yes, they are, and times are surely changing. It used to be a taboo when someone says that, well, I'm in kitchen. So people, oh yeah, you are in kitchen. Your wife is not there, but it's not. It's no longer there. I'll quote myself. At home, my sons will say, "You better don't make rasam. Papa makes a better rasam." So it's a concept. It's a concept. And the one of my colleague I was calling, he just came back. It was 4:45. He just came back and said, "Madam, I missed your call. I was in kitchen." So it's happening. The change is very much happening, and it's all up to it's You can't clap with one hand. It's either way. You beautifully putting it. And actually, it is a celebration. And we are all celebrating life. Wherein, how can you celebrate a life having no women, or how can you celebrate a life having no men? So, yes, it's 50%, but women are still not 50%. That's also a point to be noted, yes, which is very true. And coming to the other thing, the societal pressure and all that, I would see it a different way. So it's at times it is, but at other times, well, I don't know. Personally, I feel every time I should be born as a woman only. There are some physiological strengths. We're talking about the masculinity and all that. True. Let me tell, the childbirth in itself is such a biggest power which only women hold. And that is the reason it's not that to be felt that people are saying get married. Oh man, get married, still you can do a lot. It's only the how you perceive things, I personally feel, which is very, especially for young girls. It's immediate. And don't do self-pity given writing, I have a child, I work home, and no, you have to leave the comfortable niche. It's not that only women, the men at home also leave that comfortable niche when both, because more uh, look, nothing comes free. You need to pay the price. That's for sure. Coming to the economies, what you were just saying, yeah, these are the numbers and true. I really appreciated when you said that we clearly understand. See, when you're very good at making going for the RNA DNA vaccine, why will you not do the bearish or bullish graphs? You could, but there's the other side of the coin, and it's up to you how you take it. It's not necessary that it's my car, I will only go for servicing, it's his car, he'll go. No. And every household, and I think this is the only country, women are wealthiest one. Right from, below, like lower income group to the Ambanis who show. All the women, each women household would have lot of wealth. It may not be the SIP based, but lot of them. And that's our rich culture tradition. And it's the father or the brother who is gifting that gold or whatever. The idea is same. And husbands are more wiser or brothers are more wiser. It's the way you gift it. So it's a wealth. You make her happy and you get strong. So I believe it's all in our head how we really see. So that's a biggest wealth in my opinion. It's crossed 63,000 10 grams today. So it's a costly. It's really, so why not? So it's how we really see. However, thank you for giving me a chance to speak. It was such a wonderful thing, and we're so happy that we're having an inclusiveness. So any scheme, any rules, any timings, any relationship, you have to make a cushioning bed. And someone said that they can do multitasking, they are very good. And when they can run home, they also understand how to make the comfortable cushion and all that. Yes, it's praiseworthy. The country is doing. There is a letter, official letters. What are we doing? So it just shows a concern that uh, people are doing, country is doing, policymakers are doing, leaders are doing, everyone is doing. It takes time. It surely takes time. I personally, uh, as a woman, I personally feel, I think we are living in a very good times. I don't know what all the boys and girls must smile, and I think that it would be a right thing to do. And what you said, it's the flexible hours are required. I have my own opinion. People may differ. Flexible timings are required to the young parents, irrespective of men and women. But flexible timings are required to young mothers, at least till 2 to 3 years, because we understand science and we know for first year or 1.5 years, yes, those timings are required. And there are efforts and the scheme in STEM, the schemes which you were really liking, things are really going in a best possible way, I feel. it's up to us, and child is at home and home is not actually home, the workplace also. So it's all remains into our head, how we really see. And if you really see what Janan was saying, yes, I mean, the budgeting and all, and he said, so with that, extremely well managed panel discussion with the diverse views and the data, which really helps us. Thank you very much to everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, Nani. Thank you again for sharing your experiences and then highlighting how our colleagues are also contributing towards the empowerment and I think what the others were also doing. So to conclude with, what I feel is women have moved a long way from being just exceptionally this is their expression, this woman did that, this woman did that. We have examples, we have more and more examples. From being examples, from being just examples. That's why she choosing when we were standing on the cross. Take this road also. And this road is definitely having a lot of difficulty. Be it a marriage, be it a family situation, or any category or any kind of situation. So now the turn is men. Men have the crossroads now. They can choose this path or they can choose the progressive path for women. So women who can choose this path will surely become inspirations for the generation. I thank all the panelists. Thank you. Because it's mostly that there's a lot of science that resonates on this in this audience, and all come out away from talking science and talking about women. Thank you. Thanks to all the panelists. Sure.
So I'll add a small observation recently from Telangana government. They made the free bus for women. Hope everybody follows the paper. So previous days we used to have bus seats for women. In Bengal, anybody can see. Both gender can see. Now because of this free bus they are made for women. So now men are not getting any more bus seats. So they have started bus for men. So that's what if the policy once starts, it will take some time. Once it goes up, everybody will jump into it and start using it. So it will take some time. We are not our father's time is a little different. Now our time is completely different. Maybe in our kids, probably men will sit in kitchen only. That's what I believe.
Free bus is mostly helping the middle economy people and most of the people get benefited because the people have their own cars, right? So this is there in Delhi as well as Tamil Nadu where free bus is Karnataka also. So yes, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Dibendu Kumar De, a prominent leader in the field of animal health. It's not working. Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to introduce Dr. Dibendu Kumar De, a prominent leader in the field of animal health, currently serving as the Executive Director of Imureka Animal Health Private Limited, a venture incubated at NIAB. Dr. De brings an extensive background in project management, regulatory affairs, and vaccine manufacturing to the forefront of the industry. Dr. De's journey began with a bachelor degree in veterinary science and animal husbandry from Bengal Veterinary College, followed by a commendable tenure as a veterinary surgeon, delivering crucial health services in the tribal areas of West Bengal. Over the course of his career, Dr. De has showcased exceptional leadership prowess and strategic foresight, evident through his various roles and noteworthy achievements. At Eureka, Dr. Day serves as a catalyst for transformative growth and development, spearheading initiatives aimed at propelling the organization to new heights of success. Prior to this, his tenure as managing director at Optima Life Sciences Pune saw him orchestrate a remarkable turnaround, steering the company from financial adversity to becoming a beacon of excellence in the animal health domain. Noteworthy among his achievements is Dr. Day's leadership role at Globion India Private Limited. There, he played a crucial role in establishing a state-of-the-art poultry vaccine manufacturing facility in India, overseeing the setup of key teams in research and development, quality control, production, regulatory affairs, and marketing, all contributing to the venture's resounding success. Beyond his corporate endeavors, Dr. Day has been an active participant in industry associations such as Indian Federation of Animal Health Companies, where he served as president and currently holding the post of chairman, Import-Export Subcommittee of INFH. He has attended many leadership coaching, including the leadership workshop in Singapore, management workshop in IIM Bangalore and ISB Hyderabad. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. D.K. Day. We eagerly anticipate his innumerable insights and perspectives on the critical intersection of animal health and regulatory affairs. Dr. Thanks.
Right? Am I audible? Good morning, esteemed ladies and gentlemen. Happy International Women's Day. So I was really enthusiastic about and had a great feeling when Dr. Tadu Sharma, another esteemed lady, requested me to make a presentation on this particular day. So I was just struggling what to say, how to say. Then I did approach another lady in my home, my daughter. She's a leading content writer, to write something about this particular day. And so I was really enjoying so far the panel discussion, and fantastic. I mean, it's learning, opening up. And before I start, just a small thing. Somebody mentioned about celebrities in sports fraternity. But just I just want to ask all of you, before 1983, how many Indian celebrities in cricket were known? Maybe one or two. But then, if you look beyond cricket, so we have got from Sania Mirza to PV Sindhu, Sania Nehwal, just a global celebrity. So I believe time is changing. We're in a dynamic world. Maybe 10 years down the line, when we celebrate this day, the society will change for good. Thank you. And just start the video. I just started a small video, then a brief speech. So, first of all, I want to express my gratitude for the opportunity to address this honest and august gathering on this particular day. The theme for this year, Inspire Inclusion, resonates deeply with the values we hold dear in IAB and Imureka. It's a privilege to share my thoughts on this matter. Today, as Executive Director at Imureka, I am proud to be part of an industry that, much like the broader world, is undergoing a transformative shift towards greater inclusion. When we speak about inclusion, we aren't just talking about bringing people on the table. We are talking about ensuring that everyone has a voice, is heard of, and feels valued. In the panel discussion, we spoke about many industries, but I was remembering about this biotech industry. We do have leaders like Dr. Kiran Majumdar, Dr. Dasda, and many more everywhere. Probably, if you look narrow down to this biotechnology industry where we belong to, I think there are no number of leaders here. And when Stuti was speaking about investment in women, I also realized, just if you all remember, post Notebandi days, for 3 to 4 weeks, none of us had cash at home. Buying the day-to-day provisions was a challenge, but it's the person who from the house who came is the wives and the housewives. They had some money in still, so that's why they're conscious investors. They don't shop, but then as the society demands, as and when they require, we had the contribution support there. The realm of animal health, inclusion takes on a multifaceted significance. It is just not about gender diversity in the workplace. It is about recognizing the interconnectedness of our efforts and understanding the diverse perspective lead to more innovative solutions. As we celebrate the achievements of women around the world today, let's also acknowledge the pivotal role they play in shaping the future of animal health and the world. In our journey at Imureka, we have witnessed firsthand the power of inclusion. We have seen how a diverse team with a varied backgrounds and perspectives can propel us towards a groundbreaking advancement in the vaccine research and development. The inclusivity we foster extends beyond our company. It extends our partnership. Here, I would like to recall my experience. In the previous company which was mentioned, Globion, I retired from them in 2019. We started like at Imureka, we are doing at NIAB, the Innovation Center. Those days, we had a small R&D unit at Tuttapalli, the Genome Valley Phase C, and we were the first entrepreneur there. No one was going there. Believe me, roads are not there, no shops. But 3 times this, we had R&D team. They were giving a Bolero driver and security. And from NIAB, it was, currently he's working for NIAB, Dr. Jayant Hole and Dr. Prithviraj, were rendering support as and when required. And believe me, the product they developed, it is sold across the world. I have been to African Union many times, to NIAB and to Ethiopia, AU PanVac. And let me tell you, the farming community in Africa is mostly ladies. Vaccines developed are appreciated worldwide, and each vials made by Globion had an impression of those 3 scientists, from Dr. Sophia Gogi to Snehalata and Ushashri. So this is why the contribution in our professional lab they have given. I want to acknowledge the incredible women who have been instrumental in our success, from the brilliant minds in our research labs to the dedicated professionals on the front line. Your contributions are immeasurable. Today, we celebrate not just the achievements of women, but also endless possibilities that arise when we cultivate an environment that embraces diversity. However, the journey towards inclusion is ongoing. It's just not one-day celebration. We'll keep celebrating this day year after year. The society is dynamic. Pandemic will come and go. But then this is a continuous process. And we must remain committed to breaking down the barriers. Inclusion is one-time achievement. It's a continuous effort that requires each one of us commitment and being active participant. As we strive for progress, let us champion the inclusivity and every decision we make, in every project we undertake, and every interaction we make, and every project we implement. Inspiration often springs from the most unexpected places. Today, I encourage each one of you to find inspiration in the diverse voices around you, in the stories of resilience and the collective strength that arises when you stand together, men and women. Let's inspire a future where everyone, regardless of the gender and background, feels a sense of belongingness and contributes to the betterment of the world. The iconic figure comes to mind is Angela Merkel, the former Chancellor of Germany. Throughout her tenure, Chancellor Merkel exhibited exceptional leadership, navigating her country through the European Union when it was against deep economic crisis. Her geopolitical challenges, how she did mitigate the challenges, her dedication to the collaboration and consensus building in an orthodox European society translated beyond borders, emphasizing in the significance of inclusive decision making on the global stage. The second leader comes to mind is Jacinda Ardern. Someone mentioned about her some time back. The former Prime Minister of New Zealand, who became synonymous with compassionate and inclusive governance. Her response to the crisis, including tragic Christchurch mosque bombing and the COVID-19 pandemic, showed empathetic leadership style, but also her commitment to uniting the diverse communities. Prime Minister Ardern set a very high standard for global leaders by emphasizing the importance of kindness, compassion, and unity in public places. Bharat Mata, the country where I belong to. I think, of course, yes, when we really make a critical view, there are many obstacles to overcome. We are a country of Goddess Durga. We are a country where women are worshipped as mother, and we are a country where we give the birth of Maharani Lakshmi Bai, Pritilka Vedda, then Dr. Sarojini Naidu, Indira Gandhi, and our President, Srimati Draupadi Murmu. I may not have mentioned all the names, but let me tell you, they are that inspirational. If we are standing somewhere today, I think each one of them contribution makes us feeling that we need to have a society, dynamic society, and improvement and gender equilibrium is not one day job. It's a continuous process. We need to be conscious about it. These leaders remind us that industry inclusivity is not just a buzzword, but a guiding principle that can transform nations. The stories underscore the power of empathy and positive impact the leaders can have when they prioritize the well-being of the citizens, irrespective of gender, ethnicity, and socio-economic background. Moreover, when we celebrate this day, the theme is inspiring inclusion. It is crucial to recognize that particular gender equalities in leadership position is still under construction. It's not one day job. It's not very easy. The possibilities of women leaders like Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States. She's a beacon of hope for the future generations. Vice President Kamala Harris, they not just she also broke the racial barriers. It symbolizes progress we are making towards more inclusive society. In conclusion, let us draw inspiration from each one of them, from each one of us, each one of the esteemed legacy present here. Your stories demonstrate that inclusion is just not only a moral imperative, but a strategic advantage. As we celebrate International Women's Day, let the achievement motivate us to create environments where the diverse voices are not only heard, but actively sought after. Through our collective efforts, we can contribute to a world where women continue to lead with wisdom, compassion, a steadfast commitment to inclusion, and where everyone has the opportunity to reach out to the fullest potential. Thank you for giving me opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for being here. We are about to close the event now. Before that, I would like to thank our director ma'am for her all constant support and also for the successful execution of this event. And it was ma'am's idea to include the panel discussion for this event. And as you can see, it was a very great panel discussion. All the panelists have, yes. So huge thanks to you, ma'am, for the idea of putting the panel discussion and also for the support. And I also thank special thanks to our invited speaker today, Dr. D.K. Day, for your time, sir, and also for sharing the journey of Inspire Inclusion at Imureka and also in general. Thank you for your. We are delighted to have you on this special day. And we also thank our organizers of this event, Dr. Madhuri, Dr. Janani, Dr. Sauvik, Dr. Vinita, and also we have from the technical officers, Ms. Dilna and Ms. Nilanjana, and also Mr. Ramesh Babu from engineering department, and including myself. So they they put seamless efforts to for the successful execution of this event, as you can see here. And my special thanks to our panelists today, because they voluntarily come up, and also with the special thanks to the students. When we asked, they didn't say no. They actually volunteered to share their thoughts. And as you can see, they collect a lot of data and real facts about the women growth and empowerment. Huge applause to them, because they have put a lot of efforts to make it a very great panel discussion. Thank you for all the panelists who have been on the stage today, and also for your prospects and also opinions on this particular day. And special thanks to admin people who actually decorated, who helped to decorate this dais. As you can see, it's very beautiful. Thank you for your time and efforts. And I thank finance and also ICT for digital arrangements, and engineering department and stores and purchase departments for facilitating all the requirements for the successful execution of this event. And I thank all NIABNs for their participation being here, and also for the to bringing the success for the event today. So I wish you all a very happy Women's Day, and let's celebrate women and also men every day. And we constantly encourage each other and inspire, include both men and women in the upcoming journey. So we have a high tea after the session. Before that, we can all have a group photo, and then we can disperse. Yeah. Thank you.
She is a fantasy, Sha-na-na-na-na, oh, oh, oh. Sweet as a harmony. Sha-na-na-na-na, oh, oh. No one knows she's a mystery. Sha-na-na-na-na, oh, oh, oh. Fills your heart with ecstasy. Whoa, whoa, yeah. She is a fantasy. Sha-na-na-na-na, oh, oh, oh. Sweet as